Ladies and gentlemen, we have just gotten some breaking news updates pertaining to the ongoing investigation into the murder of Charlie Kirk. You see, we just got a hold of a 21-minute long video testimony in which Lance Twiggs, the boyfriend of the alleged shooter Tyler Robinson, has pretty much just confirmed everything. Let's go ahead and break it all down. First off, just hours ago, breaking news, Lance Twiggs' sworn interview under oath was just played in open court this morning. During this recording, Twiggs is under oath and speaking under penalty of perjury. Lance Twiggs confirmed that Tyler Robinson left a note in which he admitted to killing Charlie Kirk. A quote from the note says this: "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I took it." Twiggs said he took a picture of the note and then placed it back on the desk. Now, we have some sort of highlights from this 21-minute long segment. This one here in a recording, Tyler Robinson's trans gay lover, Lance Twiggs, says Robinson was acting erratically after allegedly killing Charlie Kirk. Let's take a listen to this one.
So he acted erratically. Was he pacing? Was he just sitting down, relaxing?
No, he was walking around a lot.
Right, and that's within the home?
Mm-hmm.
And did he talk about what he had done?
Didn't go into detail. I just asked him in person if what he said was true the night before, and he said it was. He started crying a little bit and said he wishes he hadn't done it. And then kept going around and just doing stuff, I think, to keep himself busy or distracted or something.
Okay. Did he talk about what he was going to do next?
Is it coming back
and then
here?
eventually said that he would talk to his parents or turn himself over.
Okay. And when you left, was that how you left, understanding that he was going to turn himself in or go to his parents' house?
Yeah, and I didn't really want to be at our apartment while any of that was happening, regardless of what went down.
So he came back later that night, according to Lance Twiggs' testimony here. Tyler Robinson came back, was acting erratically, was pacing around the house. Twiggs asked him, "Did you do what you said you did in the message you sent me?" He said, "Yep, I did it." And he said that he regretted doing it later that day. Now, even more curious, and this, as far as I'm concerned, this is a pretty big component. Tyler Robinson's trans gay lover, Lance Twiggs, said in this video, we're going to listen to it, that Tyler Robinson confided in Twiggs and admitted to engraving the messages on the bullets a month before the shooting. If you remember back to the shooting, the bullets that were found alongside the rifle had various engraved messages. I believe they said like Antifa, scum, and stuff like this. And so there was a political message engraved, anti-Kirk, left-wing political messages engraved in the bullets. Just listen to this clip here.
He asks you here, remember how I was engraving bullets? Was he engraving bullets before this?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when, but he had said he was planning to go hunting with his family. And he asked me if we had a Dremel because he said he wanted to engrave messages on bullets. And I just told him where our Dremel was, and I told him to make sure he doesn't set off a bullet on accident in the house. But I didn't really think about it until then.
How long before September 10th was this that he asked about the Dremel?
I don't remember, because he'd been talking about the hunting/camping trip for a couple months, but I don't remember when he was specifically asking to engrave the bullets. So
are we talking like a year before?
Oh no, not that long. It would have been, I'd say at most a month before this was when he was asking.
So this is a big revelation here, okay, is that Twiggs, the gay trans roommate, lover, boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know, has just come out and said that, yes, I was talking about a month before the shooting of Charlie Kirk to Tyler Robinson about engraving bullets. So this is, I suppose, some sort of confirmation that it was, in fact, Tyler Robinson that engraved those bullets that were found at the scene of the crime. Now, what's more, coming out this morning, we have a read through of all of these text messages shared between these two lovers, in which Tyler Robinson also admits to doing this. And this is the first time, I believe, that we're seeing these messages coming out in court today.
So read that again, starting from look under the keyboard.
So after that, then Lance responds, he says, what? And then he says, you're joking, right? And then Tyler says, fuck, I tried to delete that.
If we could scroll down to page 2. And if you can continue reading along.
Okay. And Tyler says, I'm still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you. And then Lance replies, you weren't the one who did it, right? And Tyler says, I am, I'm sorry. Lance says, I thought they caught the person. And then Tyler says, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude and interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from the drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering.
We could scroll down to page 3. Continue reading.
And Lance says, why? And Tyler says, why did I do it? And Lance says, yeah. Tyler says, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I'm able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything in the news about them finding it. We'll update you shortly, or sorry, we'll update you by midnight. And then Lance says, all right, stay safe. How long have you been planning this?
Scroll down a little bit, please, Kimberly.
And Tyler replies, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it.
We can scroll down to page 4 and continue reading about halfway down. I'll stop you about halfway down.
It says, while they were spot, but I don't want to chance it while they were parked there. If they'd found it, I imagine there would be more commotion. Again, I'm sorry for roping you into all of this. You shouldn't have to worry about this. And Lance replies, does anyone else know? Tyler says, not to my knowledge.
All right, I'll stop you there.
Now, so there is in some text messages an admission to the gay trans boyfriend. Yes, I did it. And I'm sorry I involved you in some way. We also, yesterday, a big breakthrough coming out yesterday was that the towel that Tyler Robinson used, you can see him on footage with the gun wrapped up in a towel, and the screwdriver that was left on the roof that he would have used to assemble the firearm on the roof, that both DNA from Lance Twiggs and Tyler Robinson was found on both of these objects. DNA on the towel and on the screwdriver. 5% of the DNA on the towel was from Lance Twiggs, the roommate, the lover. 95% of it was from Tyler Robinson himself. On the screwdriver, that was a towel. For the screwdriver, it's 11% belongs to Lance Twiggs, and 89% of the DNA found belongs to Tyler Robinson. And so I'll go ahead and just sort of give you my controversial opinion here. Now we're getting more sort of points on the chart here. We're getting more information and more evidence. Here's what I'll tell you. At this point, this is what we are being told to believe by a group of talking heads, podcasters on the internet. They're telling us the DNA evidence is fake. The physical evidence is fake. The video footage is fake. The Discord messages are fake. The text messages are fake. The gay boyfriend's testimony is fake. The family testimony is fake. They're telling us everything is fake. That is, other than the speculations of a group of schizophrenic podcasters who have been making millions of dollars peddling a bunch of unsubstantiated horseshit over the last 10 months. That's my assessment of this situation. Really, here's what seems to be the truth of the matter. all of the conspiracies surrounding Charlie Kirk's assassination were, I'll tell you what, intentionally designed psyops meant to distract from the very real threat of far left violence inside of our country. Yes, members of the far left, they're looking to kill people like Charlie Kirk, like President Trump. People like you and me, they've been doing it for a long time. For the last 10 months, instead of talking about transgender radicalism, the communist uprising, or Antifa violence, many people have been psyoped into talking about completely unsubstantiated notions of exploding microphones, secret tunnels, mysterious airplanes, bumblebee cults. It's like, what are we doing here? When every single point of evidence, all of them, the preponderance of evidence is suggesting that, yeah, it was actually just a young, impressionable, dumbass, what is he, 21 years old, who got it in his head that Charlie Kirk was an evil fascist, KKK Nazi. Is it that surprising? Because that's what they've been calling us for years. Is it surprising that somebody like this would get indoctrinated with far left propaganda and then try to kill us? It's happened a dozen other times. Is this really so unbelievable? So that's where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. And now I've been kind of sitting on the sidelines waiting for more proof and evidence to come out. And now it's like, you've got text messages, you've got Discord messages, you've got familial testimony, you've got testimony from the gay trans roommate saying, yes, he did it. You've got DNA evidence, you've got physical evidence. What else are we going to need to see here before people just understand, yeah, this is another classic case of far left, anti-right violence? That seems to be the case. Folks, we've got to wake up and understand reality. There's been a 10-month-long psyop trying to obfuscate from the fact that this is yet another case of far left violence. Seems to be the case. We're going to keep on putting America first.